What up? What up? What up? For another episode of Elite Heat. I don't even know which number this was, and it probably was just on that on that screen. I am the three-time baby making champion, formerly known as that, but now I just go by Skinny Kravitz, joined by my good brother, the one of the faces of Elite Heat, the true draw, good brother Josh, and Wendy in the background.
Rare appearance, rare appearance.
Rare parents. So we are starting off this episode of AEW Dynamite. Don't remember where they're at. Oh, they're in Boston, Massachusetts. And this episode is starting off with the Acclaim and FTR versus Swerve in Our Glory and the Ass Boys. Drop a like on this video, share this video with your wrestling family and friends, and subscribe if you are new. Just want to give a huge shout out and thanks to everyone that has already subscribed to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. We reached our goal for the year. We actually reached 2 goals for the year, and we're working on the road to 4,000 subscribers. We are at 3,000.01 subscribers. Thank you for everyone that has contributed to that. We greatly appreciate it. And as I said, on the road to 4,000. But again,
Facebook, reached it by November too.
Yeah, man, like
we reached it by not only by November, but then reached it before episode 200. That's gonna be on Saturday.
Yeah, which is going to be even probably even bigger show now, just based off that alone. Is from where everything started, and like we're hitting all our goals, and like now that the sports channel is up and running, and that's doing great. Just a lot of stuff we got going on, man. I'm just glad and happy to be a part of all this. The good brother Romeo let us know at the last minute he's on vacation this week.
Last minute, yep.
Literally last minute. Oh, I'm on vacation.
I'm like, the fuck? Why didn't tell us?
Literally, too. You were already on vacation. But also, if you would like to become a Patreon backer for as low as $3 a month, join our Patreon at patreon.com/TrueHills. Be a part of the prediction poll to get exclusive content. We are actually in the works to add more content to the Patreon for everyone that's on there that's already a backer. And for those that aren't, again, for as low as $3 a month, you could become a Patreon backer and support us at True Hill Heat. You can also go over to prowrestlingtees.com/TrueHills, get you some True Hill Heat merch, which we will have more of that on the way as well. And for the gamers, head over to twitch.tv/True Hill Heat Wrestling, where we will have some of the faces of the True Hill Heat YouTube channel on there playing games, depending on what type of games you're into. You know, you can request what you want to see or just pop in for whatever we got going on. All right, look some of these comments. Aru Supremacy. What's up, guys? What's up, Frantic World? What's up, Ness, Josh, and chat? Hey, Wendy from Frantic World.
Hello.
What's up from Stephen Chambers? How are you doing, sir? What's good, True Hills? How's y'all day been? Good. I hope y'all day been good. Y'all dying to see Sasha Banks tonight. Anybody with
Who y'all?
I was gonna say anybody with a brain can know that that's not going to happen, but let the speculation continue, I suppose. Oh yeah, I did see this.
Oh no,
John Cena's dad got a ticket to AEW tonight.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Actually, it might happen because one, she's not back with WWE. 2, she changed her name like not so long ago. She changed her name back to her real name. But this is something I was talking to Jaquan earlier about it because he said he was like that Naomi and Banks is going to be the ones in the War Games match, right? So I had to tell him, I'm like, Sasha Banks right now, she's in a weird situation because technically right now, the people who've been trying to book her, you know, she's doing conventions, she's doing like appearances, but she's not doing wrestling like indie shows. She's not doing bookings until January, which that can mean anything. It can mean that maybe she's finishing out her buyout, the buyout she had from WWE, and then maybe after that finishes, she goes back to WWE. Because this is a situation where it's not like she can never work with WWE again, but because her situation was a little different.
Oh hell yeah.
Her situation was different because she had a lot of years left. So she was in a position where they just couldn't release her. And that's why her deal was kind of like that. Because there's so much money involved, so much money invested in her that you release her. I'm like, you really want to lose that?
Yeah.
You really want to have her go out after 90 days and jump ship to another company? Do you really want to do that? But again,
Well, not even that. It's you would think under the new regime that she'd have a little bit of faith going on because she is one of Hunter's babies. But outside of that, I don't really know far as like her going anywhere else. It kind of would make sense if it did play out like that. She's going somewhere else because she has that whole CBD thing going on, and we know that they're not going to let that happen.
Yeah,
under WWE.
So when it comes to that, like I actually thought like once when the news got hot about like, oh, they're gonna return, I thought that was gonna happen sooner. So when it got kind of cold, it kind of made me feel like, oh, maybe she's not going back.
Right.
And her changing her name kind of tells me it could either be a work or she's like serious about it, like she's not going back. I just think maybe the overall experience, I think kind of just damped her. It kind of made her lose faith completely. That's just my take on it because I don't know how she feels.
I kind of agree. Yeah.
Just because there's been so many incidents and so many layers of her, of what's been going on. Not only with the last incident, but like a couple of years. You know how she is.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to tell like where she's at. I mean, if you're going off by the post, she looks like she's having fun, like she's enjoying herself, which is a positive. It's a good thing.
She was in Mexico.
Just for her to come back and be miserable,
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, what the hell?
I know.
I'm like, hold up, that's not drunk guy.
It's high guy. It's high guy Chris G. What's going on, guys?
What is going on?
Munchies in effect, everything.
He's had munchies in effect.
The first time ever, I limit myself in cookies. That's it.
Oh, don't tell me that's your kids' cookies. Don't tell me that's your kids' cookies.
No, it's the family's cookies. It's the community's cookies.
So it's really
I don't know.
Everybody has access.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
It's the community snacks. You feel me? Ness, I just smoked, but I might just roll up another one and join him.
The only reason I didn't smoke today is because like if I did, like I was already laying down before here. I got up like 7:45, 1:45. I'm like, nope, can't do this again. It's like, nope, gotta get up.
I mean, that can be anything.
That's all I've been doing all day, unfortunately. Wake up.
But you know what's crazy?
Rock the baby.
Sasha stuff, right? If you notice something, nobody's talking about Naomi at all. Nobody's talking about
it. And that's just a given, though. That was always going to be it. I mean, I've seen a few people say, oh, when she comes back, she can be a part of the bloodline. But if they didn't do that for the last hour or how long they've been running the storyline before she left, I don't see them doing it. Or rather, I don't really care about her.
I think the only way that happens, right, The only way that happens if she ends up going back, right? She ends up going back to WWE, and they literally just put her straight into the bloodline. I think that's the only way you could really do it. I think anything else, if you prolong it, it's just gonna be nothing. Me personally, I don't think she should do it.
No.
I mean, if she goes back, cool. But as in like joining the stable, I mean, what's the what would be like the purpose of that? I think right now they have a good thing going on with the Sammy thing and the Usos. I think they have a good thing going on with that. But it's just crazy that, I mean, like you said, it was a given, but like nobody's talking about her, and it kind of feels like she's like her sidekick, and that's not a good thing to me.
Yeah, definitely.
It feels like she's Sasha's
no, that's really because like even with the story about them walking out.
Yeah, like all the appearances, right? All the red carpet stuff, right? You see Naomi there, but nobody talk about Naomi. Like she's just there. So what does that tell you?
Unfortunately, too, because it's not like Naomi's a terrible wrestler, you know.
I mean, she's not a terrible wrestler, but you know what it is? Naomi always this before the Feel the Glow thing, you know, which you could say, hey, that was a gimmick. That's a good gimmick, but at the same time, is it really a good gimmick? Because it's like, you know, it's not, you know, what is it exactly?
Depends how much Molly you take.
No. Exactly. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like it's not one of those gimmicks that are like, oh my god, it's great. And she comes out, she has a flashy like entrance, but besides that, what's the gimmick? You know what I mean? So that's always been her issue too. It's always been that. It's always been like her talking. Her talking has never been great. Mm-hmm. It's probably her weakest, you know, it's probably her weakest point when it comes to like her career. And I think because that's why I think a lot of it she's been held back because of that, because she just doesn't have that strong charisma. She's a fan favorite, but she's always lacked that charisma that the company's looking for.
That mainstream charisma.
Yeah, exactly.
That Sasha has.
Yeah, and which even this period now, if you think about it, this period now kind of proves that because nobody's talking about her.
Yeah. She lacks mainstream marketability.
Even in that sense, like the whole thing when they first walked out, it was like, "Oh, Sasha must have made her," or she's just following Sasha. Like,
which is so bad. Yeah, which is so bad because honestly, that will make Naomi look.
Yeah, like they're already painting her. Yeah, they're already painting her out to be a sidekick.
Because it's like, you're enabling somebody, like you're okay with somebody telling you what to do. It's not even your husband. Your husband is not even telling you to, hey, stay, you know, stay with us. Stay here. You know, your family's here. But yeah, you're gonna go listen to Sasha. You know, Sasha hasn't had the strongest track point for somebody to listen to. So.
God damn it, Aubrey! Get this match under control.
I thought Rick Knox was refereeing this match.
Yeah.
I like Aubrey. Aubrey's like way better.
Oh, I love Aubrey.
I think you know what it is, Rick Knox. Rick Knox is not bad, but it's because that's how he always roughed, even in PWG. Like he always had like that loose style, and when you kind of bring that loose style to TV, it kind of just some fans will love it, some fans will hate it, just because it's not the norm of a referee.
Yeah, and the majority hate it because he's like, oh, he doesn't have it under control. Because I'm used to seeing him in PWG, and like it is totally different from television. They do everything they want.
Exactly. Like I'm used to that, but it's just at certain times, you know, it's like, bro, you
get it under control.
You have an audience. You gotta
tell the guy to fucking tag. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly like. That's the main thing that he is when he refs tag matches. He don't give a fuck.
So there was a sign in the audience about Sasha was like, if the Elite or Sasha appears at AEW, I will eat a hat or something.
Oh, I eat a hat? What?
Yeah, I was like, what?
I mean,
Well,
it's better
let's make
than
that
what.
guy eat a fucking hat. Then let's do it.
Hey, it's still better than what the Eagles fans did when they won the Super Bowl all those years ago. I'll tell you that much.
What they do?
Oh, you didn't remember that? Remember
No.
those Eagles when they won their fucking Super Bowl? A goddamn fan ate some horse shit.
Ew.
Sounds like a fucking Eagles fan.
But it's like, bro, that doesn't make any sense. Your team just won. Your team won. They won their first Super Bowl in like what ever or like in how many ages? And
No,
you
I think
eat,
it's probably like 40 years or some shit.
and
30,
like you
40
eat
years.
shit. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. You eat shit after your team wins.
What possesses somebody to be like, I'm so happy right now, I'm gonna go eat some horse shit?
Bro. It don't even smell like it smells horrible.
Smells like horse shit.
No, I'm saying, but like it has like that fucking smell like when you walking like to like Central Park. Yeah, that's horse shit.
It has a
You know what I
distinct smell, yeah. Like
It's
there's
like-
no other way to put it. It smells like horse shit.
Yeah, it's not a good smell.
It's like you're
And
in
I'm like,
a farm.
how the fuck this person had the courage to like do that?
Oh,
Like,
God.
what, bro? You're better off flipping the car, like not eating horse shit.
Congrats to MJF. He's gonna be in the Von Erichs movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, he already filmed most of it.
No, but I'm saying congrats to him. He's,
Oh. Somebody was like, I forgot I saw a post earlier. Somebody was like trying to talk shit about it or like try to get their take. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. It's a movie.
Yeah.
They got a good cast. I'll tell you that.
Did y'all take a picture of Zac Efron?
Zach, I'm not gonna lie, he looks weird.
He's beastie.
He looks like how he looked like in High School Musical, but like handsome like Squidward at the same time. It looks weird.
He dead ass looks like a Von Erich.
Yeah.
No, they said that he playing what? Kevin, the one that's alive, right?
Yeah, the one that's alive, yeah.
That doesn't even look like him, like physically. Like I would think he was the
Kevin was skinny.
Yeah, so I thought he was the
I
other
thought he
one.
was Carrie.
Yeah.
Carrie.
So it's very confusing.
But I know he was one of the brothers because his hair is shorter.
Yeah.
So I forgot which brothers. I know which one you just said? Kevin, and then the other brother, the one that got sick, the one that had that
Oh, the stomach thing?
no, the one that had that shoulder injury and then he got fucked up after the shoulder surgery and all that stuff. Like they both had short hair. I forgot the name.
I can't
What
really
is it?
remember. I know the Fritz was the pops.
Yeah, I want to see it. Like I want to see the movie. I mean, I've always been like intrigued.
I want to know who's Kerry.
Yeah, I've always been intrigued with like the Von Erich like regime, like the stories with them. I mean, unfortunately, it ended up fucked up, but
Yeah.
at least one of them is alive, and his boys are wrestling, so that's a silver lining at least when it comes to that.
Shit, they may be WWE bound soon.
Mike? Is that his name? Mike?
It's possible,
Chris?
but I think you know what it is with them. With them, they like the MLW schedule because they want to be close with their dad, and he lives in Hawaii. So
True.
I think that was the big thing. That was a big factor because they were offered NXT deal, but they took MLW just because traveling. Yeah, the scheduling it's easier.
Well,
You go to
the NXT schedule.
Florida.
Well, NXT you got to move down there. You got to relocate.
Yeah,
Which is
you live
kind
in
of tough
Florida.
to get to Hawaii from there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really the relocating that sucks.
Mike, that hurt his shoulder.
MJF talking that shit right now.
I think it's all bullshit. I think that shit is a swerve.
Yeah.
What?
I wonder who-
Oh, well, yeah, hell yeah. He's definitely going to probably have Regal.
Like when all these guys beat up the firm, fucked them up. That shit is all bullshit. It's all work.
It could be. Unless they're really pulling the babyface trigger on.
Hell
already.
no. They just made a whole shirt about him being the devil. I mean, they still
Yeah,
can
that'd be
sell it.
pretty. Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be
they-
pretty. Yeah, that would be kind of weird. I mean, even though technically when Taker became face again, he was, the big evil.
I said this
Yeah.
whole time. What's his name?
I mean, fucking Eddie Munson is one of the greatest baby faces in TV history, and he wore a Hellfire Club shirt. You know what I mean?
that is
So
true.
It's funny you say that, yeah.
I said,
it
That
makes
makes
sense.
speaking
It took a
of
couple
R.I.P.
episodes to get there, though.
Oh
what?
yeah.
They
Oh,
know he's a
yeah.
piece of shit from as soon as the season started.
Like
So he grew on everybody. He's like the Miz.
the Jericho Society, and I was
Oh.
like, oh, that's
That shit was
fucking
bullshit.
Because it doesn't work. I was like, keep playing all.
Shit, you could throw me in the table for a championship. Fuck it, I'll do it.
You would.
Why not?
You would.
I'm just saying, like in that situation.
Mm.
Remember, kind of like in Shazam.
Shazam.
No, I said Shazam in on Black Adam.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, he's a Black Adam.
Who?
She's in.
Shazam, no.
Oh,
He should be. They kind of really didn't mention it, so that's why it was kind of weird. Oops, spoiler.
I mean, whoever watches Black Adam.
Well, I mean, it's been 2
show,
weeks, so I mean, I don't give a fuck. I might just see it as your fault.
Whoever watches Black Adam, they have to watch the whole movie all the way into the credits. There is a credit scene.
Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know the credit scene.
it's a fucking Superman.
There you go.
Easy.
I didn't say it.
I mean, to be honest, WB kind of gave it away after the announcement. Like, hey, I'm coming back, guys. Like, it kind of.
I figured after fucking Henry Cavill got out of The Witcher.
Yeah. Well, that's the reason why he's not doing it, because he's gonna do Man of Steel 2. That's
I know,
the reason.
and it's upsetting because The Witcher
which is
not going
funny.
to be the same.
Yeah, which is funny because I know a lot of people are like, I just don't understand why he can't do both. And it's like, bro, like, you guys got to understand like the process of like getting in shape, being committed. Not only filming takes a while. It's not like they just throw like a lot of shit. There's a lot of commitment to it. But then also, there's still that chance that he actually still might do Fantastic Four. So
True. I could be wrong, but I think this motherfucker does his own stunts too.
Cavill?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
That takes a toll on you, especially when you film in a show like The Witcher. You fucking flipping and flopping around all over the place.
Yeah, but even though I think on hindsight, Superman is a bigger,
I ain't mad at him. He's chasing
bigger
the bag.
role.
I ain't mad at him. I'm not mad at him.
The bigger role, and then also fans are just happy that he's like, back, even though he technically never left, but it was that because of that rumor of like, oh, they're moving on from him, but he was eventually going to come back. I mean, a lot of people don't know that his agent is actually The Rock's agent, who's The Rock's ex-wife. So
Dana?
Yeah, they all have that's his agent. Like, she's the one that gets him like the film roles and everything. That's also Cavill's agent. So that's why that connection where The Rock was saying like, oh, that supposedly he's taking credit for WB, for bringing him back. He's trying to take credit for it, even though I think they took him back because the MCU were in talks with him to do Fantastic Four. That's why I think that's why they brought him back, but that's just my opinion on that. Even though, I mean,
Oakley Hathaway.
even though if he does get picked for Fantastic Four, they're not going to start filming until like 2024 anyway. So he has enough time if they end up doing it.
I mean, shit, we've seen guys jump back and forth between Marvel and DC.
Well, more so now, just because of the new creative direction with DC. So you're probably going to see more of that.
Yeah. I like where they're going with it. I like the darker shit that they've been doing lately. Well, outside of Shazam, because he's pretty funny.
Well, Shazam, Black Adam had his funny moments.
I still gotta see Black Adam.
So wait, if they include Batman back into this shit, is it gonna be Robert Pattinson?
No.
That's
Isn't it
I think that's a standalone by itself.
It's
So.
Yeah, because
Ben
it's
Affleck.
still like so what DC does, they do like these multiverses on their own, like the Earth 1, Earth 2.
No, I get it, but don't tell me
Yeah, yeah.
Ben Affleck is gonna be fucking Batman still.
I mean, it is going to be
Yeah,
because he's going to be in Flash. Ben
Well,
Affleck,
yeah.
Flash.
He's just,
So,
I'm not watching that shit.
but it's not the Snyder. Is it? It's still Snyder or not Snyder's verse? It's
no,
not the Snyder, right? Yeah. So he is Snyder's Batman, but
yeah. Well, what it is because of
one
the
of them.
timelines. It kind of makes sense for to still
It to
use.
be, yeah.
Even though I don't think. I mean, I don't think Ben Affleck was bad. It's just he was put in a situation where you haven't really seen enough of him to say like, "All right, this is Batman." Yeah, he hasn't he hasn't really had that real chance, and I think the Snyder cut kind of showed that too. Like he actually was great in that version of
movie,
Batman.
yeah.
I think in the
It's
theater
just,
version,
it's
he
just the
kind of looked.
Batman was so fucking good. Like Pattinson was actually really fucking good.
Yeah, and I was
No,
one
he
of the
was.
people that went out of their way to
Oh,
fucking
he is.
denounce the
But
movie till I saw it.
oh, he is.
Mhm.
But you know what it is too, which I kind of like what they're doing is that what makes sense is that the version of Patterson wouldn't work for like this for like the version they want for like the Justice League. It wouldn't work because one, the version that Affleck is doing is more of
He's
like a pop
already he's
flick.
already the grown Wayne, the grown
Not only
man.
that, but it's like
Bruce
more of
Wayne.
a popcorn flick that they rely on like CGI a lot, all those
True.
crazy stuff. With the Patterson version, if you really when you pay attention, they really didn't rely on the CGI heavily, so it made it more realistic. And then also just the version overall, like you said, he's a younger version. It was year 2 when he was into being Batman. Um, so I kind of like that direction. I kind of like that they're gonna focus on that version of Batman, like just do like his own movies, because part 2 already got picked up, so they're definitely doing it. Even with
That's dope though. That's
yeah, all the,
I'd rather see that anyway.
As it should, because that was a great fucking movie. And then with
Yo,
the ending too.
Blue got a good question, and this question breaks my heart because
Yeah, that's the only reason I put it up there because I'm like, oh, you don't know?
the rumor mill going around. Well, Santana got hurt.
oh
He
no,
got hurt in blood and guts.
oh no, it's definitely not a rumor. Definitely not a
Oh,
rumor.
Well, it's going around, whatever. But
Yeah, I know what you mean.
basically, Santana and Ortiz had a falling out, and they're not seeing eye to eye as a team no more. So Santana might be on his way out of the company, and who knows? But Ortiz sticking around with Eddie Kingston, and just a shame.
Yeah. So what it is, right? So this is something I spoke to a few people about. Until like Conan recently spoke about it too. So the issues that are going on between Santana and Ortiz, so they're more personal, just because they're in a situation where where people they want to get pushed, they want to have their moments, right? For example, that happened with FTR. Remember, FTR had that. They had like they had that freaking time where they weren't being used at all, right? So everyone was like, "Where's FTR? Why aren't they being used?" And and all of a sudden, because of that, FTR got pushed. They got pushed, and now they're in the position they're in now, having two tag titles for two different companies because of that. So when it came to that, Santana is pretty much the one who wants to, like he feels like the team deserves more, which he has every right to feel that way, So he wants to, he's the one that's kind of like being impatient of a push, of wanting to be there, being on that big spotlight, you know, especially being a big, that bring where that team to be in the tag, that top team in the tag division. But while Ortiz, he's more laid back, he's very patient, and he's kind of content with where he's at now, just because he's a family man, you know, he has a job, so that's how he looks at it. It's just two different guys, they're growing apart, unfortunately.
yeah,
I
unfortunately.
don't, I don't think neither guy is wrong for how they feel, and that's why it's a complicated situation, because like I said, Ortiz feels content with where he's at because he, like I said, he has a job, and he enjoys what he's doing. Santana just feels like he deserves more, and that's just where they're at. So it's just a situation where you hopefully they get around. I think they end up eventually getting around because I think it's just something that it's not, or it could be deeper. We don't know. It could be something else too that we don't know about. And honestly, it's really not our business to know that because
That's true.
at the end of the day, they're boys. You know, that's between them. So that's the only thing we could really that we could really speak about of is what we've seen, what we heard, what Santana has spoken about himself, what Ortiz has spoken about. So it's just a situation where two guys, they have different paths. One of them deserves one feels he deserves more. The other one it feels comfortable where he's at. So that's just what it is.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
It just sucks.
No, it does. No, it does. And the reason why it'll be a tougher position for Santana if he leaves, because Santana doesn't really have that singles run
star
to
power.
really. Yeah, he star power, but also that singles run that kind of could solidify him if he goes to another company. What does he have to offer and stuff like that, right? So
Sure.
it'll be a tougher hill to climb for him because of that. He doesn't have, he just doesn't really have that background yet. It's kind of like with FTR, right? Which one? I always get the names mixed up this time.
Dax is bald. Cash got hair.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like for example,
It took me a while to
It's
remember
the best-
which one was which. Two. I'm not even gonna lie.
So,
it's the
for
best
example,
way.
right?
The best way.
So, for example, right? Say FTR decides to split up, right? God forbid they split up, right? Dax has shown he could hold his weight because he's had fantastic singles matches and he could work with anybody. Which I'm not saying the other guy can't, but in comparison, we've seen more from Dax than Cash. So, if that was to be the situation, he has that leverage. Dax has that leverage where he's wrestled, he's had great singles matches, and he has that under his belt. Santana hasn't had that under his belt, and unfortunately, the last time Santana wrestled, he freaking, he tore his knee. So.
I think he'll pull himself out of it.
Yeah, I think
They'll
so.
start.
I hope.
They'll have a few discussions, and there's a big money. There's always money in a reunion, and the fans ain't stupid. So, hopefully Santana comes back soon, healthy.
And I think what was the situation with him too was that I think he was actually supposed to be a free agent back in September. He was supposed to be a free agent. So his injury came at the worst time possible because
Oh, because they extended his shit. Tony Khan was like, "Nope, I ain't letting you go."
not only that, no, it's not only that, but it's the fact that he got injured, like period. Like so, even if
true.
he become a free agent, he can't work nowhere because
His value kind of goes down.
Yeah, so it was like nobody's gonna want that at the moment. So he'll be at least now, even with that time added, or they freeze his contract, and at least there's something there that he still has a job. So imagine getting released. Imagine you get injured and they get released. Like, oh fuck you, you're fired. That'd be fucked up.
I think that happened to me on a basketball team one time.
Shit, that happened to this girl. That happened to fucking Mercedes Martinez. Remember, she got the concussion in NXT and then she got fired like 2 weeks later.
It happened to a lot of people in
Yeah.
WWE.
Well, she was
got
part of the
knocked out.
budget cuts. She was part of the NDA cuts.
She got
we're just
knocked
gonna
out.
call
Not only she got knocked out cold, right? She ended up suffering concussion, and then they fucking gave her a pink slip. Like, all right, get out of here. Like,
Oh.
look, Roosh looks like a reggaeton artist.
Oh. shit. All ego. Moving on to the next round.
Oh yeah, that's right, because his TV's behind. I
Oh,
was
you
like,
guys, you guys 2 minutes ahead of me.
yeah. I was like,
Yeah, of course.
oh god, this dork.
Which dork? 10?
Davari, he's the what's his name? Ara Davari.
Oh, Arya.
Well, at least he's not as bad as of a talker as I thought he was.
Well, he can talk. Not really. Well, in my opinion, not like stand outish in the ring, but he can,
Yeah,
garner
exactly.
heat.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. He's just a guy that's just there. But a lot of companies kind of like those guys where they're like, hey, they're wanting to work.
Yeah.
Hey, Rush is gangster.
Honestly, man, they need to stop this tag team bullshit between.
Bro, I'm sitting here the whole time. Like, I don't want to say it because I say it every time. So I'm like, why the fuck do you team up two single stars? For what reason? And they're both singles champions. Like,
Not even that. Yeah, and it's not only that. It's because they got fucking titles. Like they got separate singles titles. It's like you're gonna put them in a tag team. Fine. They shouldn't have no fucking titles. Yeah, they shouldn't have no fucking titles. Like,
I honestly think it's a way to get the pure title on television because they don't got an ROH deal. I mean, he can make matches for it.
Oh, you mean the title?
Yeah, Joe's title, like the TNT title, he's gonna have that regardless. That's gonna be on television for sure. But I guess like he's attaching Joe to Wardlow.
Or it could be a situation where Samoa Joe's legit mentoring Wardlow, because I know there were locker room guys who pretty much, I don't want to say got hired for that, but they do have those kind of roles because
like
John Moxley when when Moxley re-signed, that was like one of his job titles that he got hired when he signed that new 5-year deal.
Yeah.
Like that was like one of his job titles.
They teased a little tension with them, I think, on Rampage though.
Who, Wardlow and Joe?
Yeah. So
the way he does the powerbomb scare me. Because when he was doing it to that dude on Rampage, to Khan, on Rampage, I was like, is he really getting him up? I don't know, man.
This one was decent.
Look at Arya looking all dead. He's a funny dude.
Dead as shit.
He's a funny dude. I am that.
No, yeah, for sure. He can talk because apparently the sports entertainers are better than the wrestlers. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know? Also, did you guys hear that Road Dogg said that he thinks Bret Hart wasn't a great wrestler and he was a better sports entertainer than him.
What?
I hope Road Dogg's not
That's
drinking
literally
again.
Road Dogg has said on his podcast. I'm seeing this shit all over social media that he didn't think
he doesn't think about Bret Hart.
Bret Hart wasn't that great of a wrestler, and he was a better sports entertainer than Bret Hart. Because that's what that's where the money is. The money is in sports entertainment and not wrestling.
I don't know about
Just
that. 'Cause
one,
I mean,
I just got one thing to say. You didn't make more fucking money than Bret Hart. So that's where the money is. It didn't work. I mean, you make more money than me. I'm not in professional wrestling.
too,
But
Road Dogg.
oh shit.
Oh shit. Yeah.
This shit happened, and I'm just like wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I a minute
As we were
behind?
just talking about it. That's crazy.
Yep, you're that behind. Yeah.
Did I predict the future?
Don't see the chat. Don't see the chat. Don't see the
No,
chat.
it's blocked off purposely. I
Damn,
only
you
see
see,
whatever comments you guys brought up.
guys. You see, guys. If he didn't have it blocked, look at that. You guys would have spoiled it for Chris G. Shame on y'all.
But it looks like Samoa Joe's about to kill him, so I'm sure that's what's gonna happen. I just feel the energy. Kill him, Joe. Kill him, Joe. Choke that motherfucker out. What is he gonna do?
But that is so random.
Oh, you just say you're gonna take Samoa Joe's title. Oh, you ain't taking my title, motherfucker.
Hey, at least, hey, if we got that, I ain't tired of it. I'm not gonna lie.
Choke him out. Choke him out. Choke that motherfucker out. Choke him out. I love Warlord. Fuck it. Choke him out. This is what I wanted to see. It's what the people wanted to see.
Yeah, so it's like, ow. Oh, so you're talking about, oh yeah. So when it comes to Road Dogg, right? If you think about it, without DX, is Road Dogg even memorable? Like, seriously.
No.
Is he like even memorable? Like,
because that was a part of the conversation too. Like outside of DX, like I mean, I guess you could say the New Age Outlaws, but that doesn't even go bigger than DX, you know, because they were the New Age Outlaws first.
It doesn't, but the reason why people remember the New Age Outlaws is because of DX.
Yeah. On top of the fact, I mean, I remember him as BJ Armstrong and like with fucking K Quick at the time.
Yeah, you see that
R-Truth.
Yo, there's no fucking way he's better. We shouldn't even be having this argument. We shouldn't even be having this conversation.
I just wanted to throw that out there.
No, but that's the thing.
We're not, but I want some.
No, but that's the thing, though. We're not agreeing with Jesse James. We're saying like he's full of shit.
Whatever.
Listen, I want whatever Road Dogg's smoking. I want to think I'm gonna fucking wrestle better than Bret Hart after.
Now when it comes to like sports entertaining, right? Was Bret like was he the strongest at that? No, but he didn't need to be. There's a difference.
Yeah.
But then also when he became a heel, he actually like found like his niche.
He was better. He was better when he was a heel.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm like, but Bret Hart was one of those guys where he got over by being a great wrestler. So him being, it didn't fucking matter. Anyway, it didn't fucking matter.
Which Road Dogg couldn't do. He had to get over by. Exactly. I get it, being a sports entertainment,
but that's why he, you know, during the time where Bret Hart wrestled, he was considered one of the best wrestlers, just because he was one of the guys who was actually like really good at wrestling. You know. But that's why it's different. That's why when people compare like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, you know, when it comes to all of that, I've always said that Bret Hart is a better wrestler just because of his technical style. But if you're talking about like overall, like
showmanship,
you know, showmanship, it's Shawn Michaels.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm a Shawn Michaels mark, and I know that for a fact. I'm not even gonna lie, like. He's definitely the more technical sound when Shawn Michaels was just flashy.
Yeah, because like when it comes to like
he knows what he's doing too, but like no, it's not.
Yeah, it's just like even when it comes to like when they ask me, I'm like, oh, I'm more of a Bret Hart fan, but I'm like, if you're talking about like, oh, who's greater, that's why there's two different scales. You know, it's two different things that you're kind of
subjective. It's subjective.
Yeah,
what do you like more? Do you like people who are just gonna wrestle? Or do you like, you know, the guy that's going to be, he's going to put on a show. He's going to put on more of a show.
Yeah.
It's all about your taste when it comes to wrestling. I think
Yeah, yeah.
I think
So
as
like,
wrestling fans, we kind of forget about that.
yeah, so it's kind of like the whole MVP thing, right? That's going on, right? There's actually people who feel, oh, Otani should win his second MVP, and I'm like, why does he deserve to win his second MVP? Oh, because he pitches too. No one has done it, but I'm like, but this is what he does. This is what he was doing in Japan. Now the difference is that he's been better in MLB than Japan, yeah. But I'm like, what's you're telling me what Judge did doesn't matter compared to what Otani's done? Like, you know what I mean?
See, I think I think Judge gets it because he said, I mean, he said it was a record-setting year. You know what I mean?
Oh, we're about to
He
have the
does.
face to
He
face.
doesn't not deserve it. Not to say Shohei doesn't deserve it either, because he did have a great season on both ends of the fucking
Both
on the
ends on the
plate and on
field,
the mound.
yeah. But what it is too is like Shohei offensively, he did his numbers were down from last year. So I see it like this, right? If somebody's gonna win an MVP 2 years in a row, you either have to be as equal or you have to surpass
Or
what you did
surpass.
last
Yeah.
year. And he really didn't do that. He did that with his pitching, but I'm like, if that's the case, then he should be going for the Cy Young award. But we all know, I mean, anybody who's been watching baseball, we all know Justin Verlander is going to win that. He's probably going to win that. He should win it unanimous, on a fucking landslide if you ask me. But if you're
God
comparing, like,
bless Layla Gray. Nah, he would. He should. I think he should too.
he was fucking better. He was better. He had the best pitching season of his career at the fucking 39 years old. Better than his MVP season. Like, how?
Oh shit! We're about to get a face off.
They're gonna get face off. But I'm like, are they even like wrestling?
Well,
No.
she said that she got to talk to her, like one more doctor or something.
Oh, I need a protein shake for this. Hold on.
Oh, they showed a picture of John Cena's dad.
Yeah, he's there. I know. Yeah, he's there. Is that the first time he's been there though? He's been there a few times. His dad is such a dork.
He's kind of like the Mrs. Dad.
I think Mrs. Dad is worse.
No, but he's like there. He's up there. Queen.
Yeah, I think Mrs. Dad is definitely worse. He's sounds like some brand.
You need it.
Same brand. It's definitely not the same.
Oh, shucky ducky quack quack.
Oh,
I was talking that shit.
Saray is cleared. Fickle. Fickle.
What's even funnier is they prove her fucking point like a minute after that.
Just bars. Brick got bars right now. Woo! Woo! It's getting hot in here. Damn. Mhm. Mm.
Sheesh.
God damn.
I want to see Jimmy complain about this tomorrow. He's going to find something. Wonder what they're booing her. Oh shit! I might be smoking no more.
Yeah, he's gonna find a way. I think he's probably gonna mention her making like too personal. Watch.
Yeah, I like that part of it though, because that was some real shit. Because I don't know if somebody already said it to her yet, but like the whole Woods and Brad Maddox shit. Like, I'm actually surprised you talk. I'm not even worried about that. We already know that's already been, that's floating around. Then like her drug addiction and alcohol and shit with fucking Alberto Del Rio, that whole fucking episode as well. Like, she been through some shit.
That was that was a bad relationship.
The fact that she proposed to this guy in the wrestling ring.
I believe so. Hold up.
That was most definitely the best woman's promo of 2022.
Oh, what
Or
the
it's up
hell?
there. Give it top 3.
Yeah, I wonder how Sid feels about it.
I liked it. I'm sure they'll fucking spin it on A Ramble.
He's not, oh yeah, he is. He's definitely gonna break up the tape. I mean, not really a tape because it was like a bunch of clips, so it wasn't really a tape.
I'll take that. Impromptu match.
Best friend.
Oh shit.
Trent looks like he's related to like Jason Statham.
This that 2015 Lethal, House of Truth.
Oh, that was random.
Well, Josh called it. He was. I guess you were talking about the pay-per-views, but I didn't know what other shit was advertised for tonight either.
Oh, I called what?
Like how Tony books before pay-per-views or at the pay-per-views.
But Jaquan said it because Jaquan was like complaining about the card, and he's like, "Oh wait, I forgot he usually makes more matches a week before," and I'm like, "Bro, seriously? Like, how did you forget that?"
Speaking of which, because apparently his power went out. That's why he's not on the stream. And I don't buy that shit.
The New York Knicks are getting smoked by the Brooklyn Nets.
Damn, what was a suspended Kyrie? Oof.
Yeah, right. Go figure. Kyrie gets suspended. They start playing better.
Oh shit,
They've won 4 in a row, I think. 3 in a row, 4 in a row after today.
that's hilarious. That's kind of telling, by the way. It could either be between that with Irving or the fact that they fired Steve Nash and now they're winning.
Yeah, that is true.
Even though I feel like the Nets are kind of pushing it with like the requirements. I feel like
Fucking
yeah, I feel like yeah, I feel like they're pushing it with the requirements. However, I don't feel bad for Kyrie.
he did kind of bring this upon himself.
That's what I'm saying. Like he did it to himself. So it's like anything that happens after is kind of like, well, bro, if you would have done this or that, this would have never happened.
Yeah,
All he had to do was go in front of the camera, you know, he apologized. We're not saying apologize for like apologize to say that, hey, if I offended anybody, I apologize. I don't think that's bad, but
No.
he decided not to do that, and because he decided not to do that, this dude stepped in, and the Nets, they had their hands tied, but I think they kind of dragged it with like the requirements,
Yeah, they did a little too much, but
which is like, guys, you should have. But it's not only
it's kind
that,
of
but it's like,
funny.
guys, it's the fact that they should have done something. Like they should have done something sooner, and the fact that they waited all this time and they waited for this dude to say something, Adam Silver to say something, makes the Nets look even more dumb.
Yeah. Well, they're not a smart franchise. Fuck them.
They
Go
haven't been.
Knicks, even though they're kicking our ass.
Like it's crazy how even now when they hired Doc Vaughn to be their head coach, they're talking about hiring the guy who's suspended for a year. Like what?
Oh man.
Look at Dan
It's
Housen.
so hard fighting the fucking munchies on these streams.
Yeah, first. Well, because you trying not to take your kids' snacks again.
I'm not trying to take anybody's snacks,
That's a lie.
especially my kids.
That's a lie.
Nah, for real, man. I'm trying to make better eating choices.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. Wait till you see Lethal going to the turnbuckle. I just hope that was a really good sell because that shit looked like it hurt for real.
Yeah, I just saw it too.
I'll see it in about 90 seconds.
He said that about 90 seconds. I think giving yourself 90 seconds is very generous.
Yeah, it might be more than that.
San Francisco. That's crazy. Oh, you didn't see I just saw Ness's message. Did you see the private chat?
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I seen that. That's why I was asking if he was
Yeah, I
all
tried
right.
to say it.
That's why I said that was bullshit because he's like, oh, my power went. I tried to jump, but my power went out. Then we don't hear from him ever again. Like, your phone still got power on it.
Yo,
You know what I mean? You can like let us give us an update.
what makes it funny is that it's like, damn, bro. So you told me the night you about to come back on, the power goes out.
That's exactly.
I don't know what to believe.
That's all good. Gonna be like, nah, I'm not gonna be on. It's cool. Shit, we got it's a 3-man group here, so Romeo out, drunk guy out, or sober guy. I'm happy about this finish because I didn't expect that at all.
You said last comment. What if the Nets trade Kyrie to the Lakers? That
Nope.
shit ain't happening.
They can't trade him nowhere.
You think it was a shit show? You think it's a shit show with Westbrook? You had Kyrie to that? Forget about it.
Westbrook ain't even a problem. Westbrook been playing good off the bench.
No, I'm just
LeBron-
saying, like, as in like the whole, like, because every time when Russ
drama and
does
shit
bad,
going on.
there's always like bad press. But then you add Kyrie to that, and you already know Kyrie hates LeBron ever since the media called LeBron his father.
Nah, they
Yo, if you think about it, Kyrie has not been the same since.
fucking he's been good. It's just he's just fucking stupid. He's never really on the court.
Oh, Russ.
No, Kyrie.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like the dude is right. Nobody, when we talk about Kyrie, like in the sports chat, we never deny his talent. It's always him being a problematic person. That's been the issue ever since Boston. Like, so all this shit that's going on now, I really don't feel bad for him because I'm like, he kind of brought it upon himself. Like, now are they going overboard with like how they're treating him? Like the Nets, yes, I agree with that. But it's like the overall statement when it comes to how what's been going on, what they're doing to him, like as in like the consequences behind it. He kind of did it to himself, so it's like can't really feel bad for that. You see, like the difference, right? Remember how last year, right? Remember how Julius Randle, right? Everyone complained about like
I don't want to
his
remember Julius Randle last year.
You know what I'm saying? But like, remember how everyone complained about his body language? People were upset about that, right? But Julius Randle was just upset because the fans weren't really behind him, right? But that's minor. That's nothing compared to like what Kyrie was doing. Kyrie
That's very
last
true.
year, Kyrie didn't put his team first. Like that's just what it comes down to, and it feels like he constantly does it. He constantly makes shit about himself. He never puts his team first, and I get all like all that religious stuff, right? But how many guys in the league have they have a religion, or they follow a certain thing, right? They don't, they're never problematic like the way he is.
No,
And that's why it's like I can't. I don't.
He takes it to the extreme.
Yeah, like that's why I don't buy none of that crap. So like last year when he didn't get like the vaccine, right? Which I get all the mandates is crazy and stuff, but it's like at the same time, right? We had someone like Andrew Wiggins, right? And you know how I feel about Andrew Wiggins. But I'm talking like on a real level, right? He has a religion, right? And his religion is also against stuff like that, like the vaccine and all that stuff. But what did Wiggins do? He put that shit aside, put his team first, got the vaccine, and they won a championship.
And
So
he
it's
got
like
a
he
fucking extension too.
I'm saying like he put his team first. Like that's what he did, even with a religion. Because this is one of the things I was talking to my coworker about. One of my coworkers was like trying to like defend him, but then not only he was defending Kyrie, but then he wasn't getting his facts straight when it came to like what was going on. So he was trying to like make him like a victim. I'm like, no, Kyrie's an asshole. Like he does this dumb shit all the time. And when I brought about the vaccine thing, I'm like, hey, there was a lot of people against it. Aaron Judge was against it, But what did he do before the season started? He got the vaccine. Why? Because he knows it's important to be on the field, and he knows how important it is to have division games against the Blue Jays. So if he didn't get the vaccine, he couldn't play. He couldn't even travel to Canada. So when it comes to all of that, I'm like, yo, he just makes shit about himself, right? And a team sport, like sometimes you gotta put your team first. And Kyrie, since being on the Nets, hasn't put his team first. Never. Even the first season he was with Brooklyn, he hurts his shoulder, and then all of a sudden, oh wait, I need surgery. And it was very clear he didn't want to play because Kevin Durant wasn't playing. So it was very obvious. It was very obvious he didn't want to play the first season because he didn't have his partner there. And then he just does this weird shit that he's always off the court because of something ridiculous. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't want to deal with that. Thank God the Knicks never got him.
Yo, for real.
It would have been worse if he was a Knick. All this shit he's doing would have been 1,000 times worse.
Oh shit. What's the main event supposed to be? Oh, Sammy Guevara, Bryan Danielson, probably.
Oh, it's a good chance. Yeah. Don't be surprised if Sammy wins.
Wow, dang. I hope not. You make my heart sing.
Well, that's the only reason why I'm guessing Danielson might lose, but I could be wrong.
Daniel Garcia.
No, because of Shibata.
True.
Because Shibata last week said there's two people he wants to work with. It was Orange
OC
Cassidy.
and Danielson. Yeah.
PK said that he was gonna like make it happen. And if you put that at Full Gear, I think that's a good match to put on Full Gear for Danielson and Shibata. You see, I knew Brian Alvarez was lying.
Shit.
Hmm?
He said I met the devil. And you hear somebody say Vince McMahon. Shit is fucked up.
I mean, they're not lying.
Huh.
Promo's been pretty decent tonight.
No, it's been good.
Ooh, Sky Blue and Jamie Hayter next.
Oh yeah.
You said, oh, yeah. I know exactly why you said, "Oh yeah," too.
Hell yeah. Sky Blue. Them thighs too. Woo!
Surprised they haven't even signed her yet.
Really?
Yeah, she's not signed yet.
I didn't know that.
Everyone was like, "Oh, sign Willow," but Sky Blue's been there longer. She's still not signed.
Well, hell yeah, they definitely need to sign Willow. She deserved to be on fucking national television.
No, I'm saying like, yeah, I agree, but it's just like, it's funny when it came to that. Like
Who would you rather want signed to the company?
no, as in like when people are like, "Oh, why they haven't signed Willow? She deserves it," and all this. But I'm like, there's other women who've been there longer and they're not signed.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, she's definitely not signed. She's definitely not.
Like this video, share this video with your wrestling family and friends. Once again, thank you for getting us to 3K before the year was over. Very much greatly appreciated. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, also the Facebook group True Heels.
Oh,
That
looks
was
like
like
we're getting the elite at full gear. Nice.
hell yeah. There's Death Triangle.
Hopefully, Jaquan likes the card now.
Which they feel like they're about. Well, they're definitely about to split them up.
Who, Death Triangle?
Yeah,
He gonna turn on Penta and Phoenix with the hammer. He gonna hit them with the hammer.
but Bastard Pac's better. I mean, I like him regardless, but like he can't be.
Which is funny because that stable is face, but Pac still acts like a heel. That's what makes it funny.
Man.
Which I kind of like. Because there's a little, diversity when it comes to that. Not all stables have to have members that are like on the same page, per se.
That's true. I kind of like that. Though. It brings like a real dynamic. Like not everybody in
exactly.
the crew is good,
Exactly. But then also, I think, was it last week when they played that thing? The this thing, the House of Black, where it kind of like just confirmed like that guy Black wasn't released. Motherfucker is lying. Who reported that shit?
Yeah, but he even said that shit, or like, when he put his shit out, he's like, "Yo,
No, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. He
private."
said it, like he said it himself, but it was a fact. Like when that happened, remember, like when all that stuff was going on, they're like, "Oh, he had a buyout. He has a no call clause wrestle for a while, so he can't jump ship to WWE." So that's what made him come out and say it. But them showing him on TV kind of proves, like, all right, he's still there.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because I think, he was having some serious issues, and the fact that kind of poured on made him look bad. It also made him look bad because it made it seem like he wanted to get out of his contract so he could jump ship back to the company that released him.
And if that would have happened, he'd be stagnant like pretty much almost everybody that came back right now.
Yeah, like because even like this guy supposedly like that's why Andrade targeted Sammy, right? Because Andrade's he's trying to get fired on purpose. But I'm like, you jump ship, what's the point? Like, are you gonna be better than you were when you were fired? Because there's a bunch of guys who they hired back and they haven't been that much better since they've been back. Is Hit Row even still there? I haven't heard about them in weeks. Like I don't even know.
Everybody was hyped the night they came back, and then they had to watch B-Fab and Top Dollar wrestle again.
That shit was fucking trash. That shit was trash. Like honestly, it's so crazy how Swerve like literally was a glue to that group. So for them to say like, oh, we don't need Swerve, he wasn't a leader. We were all the leaders. I'm like, bro, that's bullshit. Swerve was easily the leader.
Yeah, trying to make that shit seem like it was Bullet Club or some shit.
I was like, fuck that. And then B-Fab, I mean, she's great in person, but she cannot wrestle. I'm sorry.
Who's that?
B-Fab. I'm like, she's great in person.
Oh,
She's very nice in person. Mad respect to her, but she can't wrestle. And then the other dude can't wrestle either. What's his name? Well, none of them can't, in my opinion.
Nah, your opinion. I like Shanti Adonis. He could.
Well, people say that he got better.
Yeah, he got better. He definitely got better.
But yeah, at least the time that I saw him, it wasn't good. But then people have said he gotten better, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. The other dude, though, Top Dollar, forget about it. He's trash.
Yo, I'm so fucking tired of Hit Row. Like that's the only return that came back. I was like,
What happened?
No, they Hit Row. They brought Hit Row back, and I was like, okay, like this is one return I could have did without.
And nobody's talking about them. So I was like, what was the point? You know what I mean? Like nobody's talking about them right now. Because even with like Damage Control, their booking has been weird. It's been weird as fuck. Like they're getting TV time. That's great.
Excuse me. Not even Damage Control as a whole. Just like mainly Bailey, in my opinion. The Damage Control, the actual tag team, the women's tag team titles, that shit was stupid in itself as well. But Bailey getting all these title shots and losing, like right after a return.
Yeah. Not only that, but I think they put her in a tough spot because, I really think they want Bianca to have a really strong run, which is understandable.
I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that at all.
Their best. Yeah, because right now she's probably their best women's wrestler on both rosters, to be honest with you. So it's like, who you gonna get the belt to? And Bailey hasn't looked that good in the ring either. So I mean, let's be real.
It's gonna take a little while.
And then who else came back? Karrion Kross. He had his feud with Drew, right? Which he did win, but then he lost at the last pay-per-view. He lost, right? So then it's like,
Yeah.
It's a Saudi crown jewel he lost.
yeah. So it's like, what do you do with him now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. A lot of these guys
Well, one
haven't
thing
really
I see,
been, you got
what
all these returns, but I'm like, where's the direction with a lot of them?
yeah, he brought Braun back. He beats almost. Like, who gives a fuck about that? Regardless. So, like,
Yeah,
you
man.
know,
And then you saw on Twitter he was trying to talk shit again.
his words after the bullshit because he got fired up was like, oh, he was bored on the flight back from Crown Jewel, so he just wanted to stir some shit up. Like, nah, you start getting
He's full
cooked.
of shit. It's like,
Who
bro,
was
fuck up. It's like, bro, stop fucking lying, because you
he
always
was
do this
wild.
bullshit. And this is the same guy. Remind you, people. This was the same guy who shitted completely on independent wrestling, right? He completely shitted on them, right? He gets fired by WWE, and then guess what happened? He ends up joining the same independent wrestling promotions and the wrestlers joining their
Probably
locker
the
rooms that
probably
he
the
shitted
worst one at one
while he was
point.
making millions of dollars for WWE, right? And then he jumps shit back to WWE just to talk shit again. And it's like, bro, don't you fucking like learn your lesson at this point? Like, and Osprey was right with what he said, because Osprey responded. He's like, bro, why are you so fucking mad? Like, you got your job back. So why are you so like, why are you mad? He's always saying it's like, bro, like shut the fuck up. And it sucks because in person, he's actually pretty likable. He's not a bad guy. Now, do I agree with his views? No. But he's not a bad guy. It's just he tends to do this dumb shit and he turns people away because of it. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. But then you're bragging about being almost. I mean, Lashley beat almost 3 times. You don't see him bragging about it. Like, yo,
He actually beat Brock. I don't think Braun ever beat Brock.
Nah,
yeah, he's never beaten Brock. Oh, Braun's never beaten Brock.
Look at that. Lashley actually got a dub over
And I
him.
believe, wasn't it the cash? Didn't Braun cash in his Money in the Bank on Brock and then lost? And then lost Money in the Bank?
Probably.
Yeah, I remember he made a post like, remember when he was a Universal Champion? So Braun like posted up this picture of like all his like the titles and like stuff he won. I remember when Roman had to tell him to be humbled. Roman wasn't even working, but then Roman had to tell him to be humble.
That's how you got to do it.
Shit, you don't even see Roman get like that. Roman's on top of the world right now.
Roman's the man.
You know what I'm saying? He's on top of the world. You don't even see him act like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he don't act a fool like that, man. But as long as he's keeping those belts warm for Cody Rhodes, I'll be fine with that.
That's it.
The hell was that? What was that?
Come on, Sky, get your shit together. Ooh.
Oh, Prince is funny.
Yeah, you can really get your shit verified for $8.
Wait, what?
I get the joke.
Yeah, beat the shit out of Cora Jade. Does kind of look like her.
I mean, I think Sky Blue looks better, to be honest with you.
She does. But they do have similar features.
But, you know, Cora Jade ain't got that sky blue ass. I tell you that.
What happened?
She getting one though. I give her. I see she doing
You said
squats.
she get one.
She getting one. Cora Jade
She's
getting
trying.
one.
She's trying.
Brian got her in the gym doing.
That's crazy
squats.
though. Like, that's crazy though. Like, that's crazy that she Blake Christian gets fired, and they break up, and she gets a Raw breaker.
Sheesh.
No Sasha Banks.
This motherfucker got Dragon Ball Z. I never watched his Titantron before.
Oh
piece
yeah,
of
he
shit.
debuted it at Grand Slam. He started using it at Grand Slam.
How dare you?
Yeah, he's a big.
That shit is hot. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit is tough. But fuck you,
Yeah,
Sammy.
He's a.
Tired of this motherfucker. Get him out of here.
Lance Archer just killed Ricky Starks? Why he
Yeah,
killed Ricky?
like Ricky.
Yeah, for real.
I say it all the time. I'm playing Fortnite.
God,
and people
that's
start
just
running.
remember. That's why I'm laughing. 'Cause I know what's that from. That's why I'm laughing.
Niggas start running on Fortnite, shoot him in the back with a shotgun. So he died. Ricky.
That's funny. Yeah, that's why it's funny.
Got like 20, probably like 20, like 15 to 20-minute match.
It's crazy because I think the voice of Gohan, she's gonna be there. She's gonna be at a spot in Brooklyn in a few weeks.
Who's that?
The voice of Gohan. Remember Teenage Gohan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's the voice actress. Yeah, she's gonna be at a spot in Brooklyn where I met the voice of All for One and the voice of Android 17. She's gonna be there a couple of weeks. She does Kid Gohan and Kid Goku because they're the same voice.
Right.
No Sasha Banks.
Yeah. He's trying to get who was it? He's trying to get Chris Sabat. Hangover Sammy. No, it's actually not her. That's not the one. That's the voice. The one you're talking about, I believe that's the voice of Luffy.
Shout out Luffy. I'm on the One Piece voyage. I'm on episode 295, I think, right now.
That anime?
Yeah. You better not press the damn video like Romeo does.
No.
It's like nerd.
I should have, but no. I have no problem with anime.
He's gonna pop up in the chat. Oh, disgusting.
Well, what
an
video
adult.
you was talking about? I mean, what anime? Wait, which one you watching? You said what episode?
Oh, me, One Piece.
Oh man, you got a long way to go.
I know. I just started a couple months ago. Like when I ran, I'm like, you know what?
You know what it is with One Piece, though? It's not the fact that it's long. It's just that sometimes they have a habit of they'll do like these arcs, right? and you're like into it, and then all of a sudden they do like these fucking filler episodes that have
I'm
nothing to
doing
do
that.
with
I'm
what's.
dealing with that right now. I'm dealing with that right now. With
I'm like,
so I was
fuck
on a,
this.
so I'm on the
I
CP9
shit.
CP9 arc, and it was like Chopper was about to fight one of the dudes. I forgot whatever his name was. Then like the next two episode had people from like the Alabasta episode. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah,
and I'm like why are what the fuck are these flashback filler episodes? I don't want this. I want the next episode.
I remember
But now, yeah.
that shit happened. You know that shit happened. I was watching the arc where he was trying to save his brother, when Luffy was trying to save his brother from the Marines and that
Yeah.
fucking giant ass prison, and that Supermax prison. I remember that
Yeah.
shit was going on, right? I'm like fucking into it. And then all of a sudden they do that fucking filler shit. I was pissed. I'm like, fuck this.
But apparently they have the least amount of filler of anime out there. Well, I guess compared to episodes, because they got like a fucking over 1,000 episodes.
Even though I was like, I give One Piece one thing. They always tend to like, even for as long as it's been going, they always find a way to like you know, to have like the action, like it doesn't get boring. You know what I mean? Like the action is always like top
Yeah,
notch. Because I remember when I was watching the one Flamingo, when Luffy goes into his fourth gear, I was like, holy
yeah,
shit! Like what the like damn. You telling me this is like 700 episodes in, and they still doing this? Holy shit, yo!
yeah. Yeah, his I actually just seen the second gear when he was doing the CP9. That's in the third gear. He just turned into a midget. So I don't know what the fuck that was
Yeah.
about.
Oh, I
Like,
think when he loses power, like it's when he I think it's when his power drains, so he kind of turns small.
Yeah,
That should be funny. Or like the ones where they get split up. That shit was hilarious.
yeah. All this
Because you know
stuff.
how like when they got split up, I remember Luffy ends up like in an island with like a bunch of like Amazon women, so it's nothing but women, and like they had like these two fucking perverts in the group, and none of them got landed on that island. Yo,
Yeah, Sanji's a fucking simp.
What a fucking simp.
Oh, all right, he comes on just to say this. This motherfucker.
He's gonna-
He come over here like,
do it, Romeo. Fucking do it, Romeo. Do it. Do the one with Homer yells. Please do it.
that motherfucker's not on vacation. He lied.
Oh, shit.
He came on just to do
That
that.
motherfucker.
Ah, shit.
That was
The
funny.
one where like, pulls out the and calls the person a nerd.
Yeah. Oh, he said the previous one, Stephanie N. Yeah, she's the one that's gonna be there. Shit, I wish they had. Colleen's pretty expensive, so he her too, but she's pretty pricey. Well, but that's also because she works. She's on My Hero as well. So usually like in the popular animes, usually your fee.
Please don't get up. Don't get up. Don't get up.
Oh shit, I didn't even see that. Sammy got
Josh
disqualified
Frozen.
already.
Yeah.
Uh,
That dick.
That's like a pure match in Ring of Honor when you can't throw a punch. This motherfucker just threw a punch. Said, "Fuck it, you can have one." They had busted open from the gate. Oh my god. This motherfucker looks like wrestling Michael Jackson. This shit is.
He said, by the way, today is the 25th and the Montreal School Job of Survivor Series. I don't think nobody wants to remember that anniversary.
So what happened? They restarted the match.
Nah,
No,
he
I
beat
think
him.
I think it's
Well,
a two. I think it was 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah. He threw it. He started bleeding. You know, he like hit him with a running knee, and then hit him with his finisher and picked up a win. And like now, like the real match is gonna happen. Just oh shit.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
he's lucky. You know how a lot of people are giving him shit for that too. You fucked up. You fucked up. But I don't know, man. I never really liked those kind of moves like that. Why is he doing? Yo, why is Sammy like doing his moves? He's doing Danielson moves. He's like, you know what? This shit worked for me the first time. I'm gonna do it again.
All the sports entertainers want to wrestle like the wrestlers.
He said, do we really need Jeff Jarrett versus Sting in 2022?
Nah, we didn't.
No, we do not.
We didn't need it back in. I don't remember what year it was.
I don't know. You know what it is for me, right? I've never really liked Jeff Jarrett, but I've kind of given him a pass this year because the dude has been putting in the work. So I was like, hey, if this is what they're gonna give him, fuck it, right? That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it.
I mean,
I think they show like a breakdown. So he worked with WWE this year, right? Worked with WWE. He worked at GCW event. He's about to work an AEW event.
I think he's also like the VP of live events or some shit though.
Yeah, he is.
Like
yeah,
the same title he had in WWE.
Yeah. He has a job title. I forgot why they let him go from WWE. I think it was just more so. I guess I forgot what was the reason. There was like a reason.
I just think it was I don't know. I don't know what it was.
I think probably because
He said it on his podcast, I think, but I don't know what it was.
I think it was. I don't think it's something bad though, because I know it's just more so. He still wants to work, and if you're in WWE, you're not going to really work as much. You know, it takes up a lot of your time. That's why Pat Buck left. You know, that's why he left. You know, he was in a good position. He was in a good spot too, and he said it himself. It's just when you work with a company like WWE, it takes a toll on you, which is understandable, especially when you're so used to doing so much. That kind of and then when you dedicate yourself to one job. So I kind of understand where they were coming, what some of these guys come from. And Pat Buck has a good job too. He has a high level job in AEW. So I heard
Yo,
that.
Danielson is fucked up, man. His chest, his head, his nose.
I mean, honestly, I hope Jeff doesn't again. This will be like the third company he's about to start. I'm like, come on, bro. Just let it go. Just work the show. Just be a wrestler and just work the indie shows. Just do that, please. Stop making companies. You did TNA, then you did Global Force.
Hey, TNA's still alive.
TNA is still alive. Now it's just called Impact. And it's like, bro, just let it go. Global Force didn't go very far.
I think Global Force's inaugural champion was like Alberto Del Rio, and then he got fucking arrested like 3 weeks after he won the title, and then left the
Oh,
company.
oh yeah, he was their champion when they changed like the Impact name to Global Force. He was a champion. This dude too, Eli Drake was a champion for that too. And the way they changed like the design, it was like so lazy because when they went back to being Impact, all Impact did was like put the label Impact. They put it on the Global Force title, so it just looked so lazy until Impact actually like got to change their belts again.
Once they like came out with the set of titles that they got now, once they came out
Yeah,
with those titles, like it's
yeah.
been official.
And those titles are actually nice. They actually look nice in person too. So I was like, I'm fine with those titles. Just keep it with that. Like just keep it with that, please. Even though they've had some nice belts, like their first, their first TNA title, the one that Kurt Angle won, that one actually looked nice.
Yo, I hope Danielson can even make Full Gear after this shit.
What happened?
He's just fucked up. Like he's I don't know.
Like Danielson's hitting him hard. I wonder if Sammy's gonna complain.
Well, yeah, that too. Cause look at his chest. His shit is fucked up too.
Bryan, you're too stiff. Stop hitting me.
Nah, he's been stiff too.
No, I'm just saying because remember that was the rib on for
Narrative,
Andrade
yeah.
said like, oh, Sammy complained. I said, come on, where's wrestling? Fuck you complaining about?
Got Bandito versus Roosh. World title eliminator this Friday on Rampage. Also, Brian Cage versus Dante Martin.
Damn, so we're about to see a murder.
Yeah. Nyla Rose, Jungle Boy, and I ain't reading all this shit. Yeah, this shit is. Uh, it was a little sloppy, but still a good match.
Oh no! Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, 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 I see what you mean. What was a at least it was a counter because
No, no, I like that, but I mean like that shooting the star.
oh yeah, 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 I know what you mean. Damn, and then it's about the time about to run out too.
Oh my god.
Fucking this dude, fucking Taz. Oh, the world's Jericho, the Boston Crab in Boston.
Damn, I didn't even think about that.
He ain't wrong.
Oh
He ain't
shit.
wrong.
Even though I've always hated that name, Boston Crab. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, what? Even though I've always liked the Lion Tamer better than like the Boston
Yeah.
Crab. Oh,
That shit was tight. That shit was tough. I like that. Again, could have been a little cleaner, but I like that. Really?
oh, his eye is fucked up.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He's like his nose was bleeding. You already know he got fucking, you know, I don't want to not wishing anything on him, like history of concussions.
Nah, I think he's fine when it comes to that. It's just the eye. The eye looks bad. Ice that shit down, boy.
Definitely got a broken nose.
Yeah, like I just, that shit was bleeding. I like that. I like the match. You know, couple
The
spots
match
aside. I didn't like the
match
finish though.
was a little sloppy though.
Yeah, it was for sure.
It
They gave
was.
Sammy the pass out, like he didn't tap. Like, no, you don't get the fucking Sammy Guevara. Make him tap.
It's funny because he did tap out. I mean, he did pass out against Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, like no, make him tap. But other than that, like yeah, a few sloppiness aside,
Wasn't
it was
bad.
another little match. Yeah. All right, let's see. I felt like that was a pay-per-view quality match.
Uh, I gotta disagree with that just because of the sloppiness. I think if it was a little bit cleaner, I probably agree with that. But with the sloppiness, it was a little too much for me.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
I mean, I liked it for what it was. Like it was my opinion, but there was some,
Yeah, it was. It was a solid match. It was a
some
solid match.
stuff.
It did
A
its
few
job.
slip ups, but it was still pretty good.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's just a matter of guys need to like when they're working together, just be more familiar with what they do. Because Sammy does like those little springboards and those jumps and shit. So sometimes you're bound to fuck up when you do stuff like that a lot.
24/7 titles officially dead.
Why is
Says-
that even a comment?
Officially,
wanna-
it's no
Yeah.
longer listed on the website.
As it should have been. It should have been dead fucking weeks ago.
Well, how do you usually close the show out? What do you give it a thumbs up, match of the night?
MVP, LVP,
Yeah.
well, match of the night, then LVP, and then our thumbs ups, thumbs downs, all that good stuff.
Match of the night.
I'm going main event.
Y'all go with the main event.
Yeah. MVPs.
I will go with the women, Britt and Paige. I'm gonna go with them. They had that good. They had a great segment.
Yeah, hell yeah, that was a really good promo. I'm gonna go with that, with them too.
I'm gonna make it unanimous. Girl power. Segment with Sarai and then fucking
Girl
no, but yeah, that I definitely agree. I think I might try to join AE Ramble tomorrow to talk about that. That was a very nice part of the show. LVPs, shit.
Who's gonna be my LVP?
I'm gonna give it to Wardlow for talking spicy and thinking that Joe wasn't gonna fuck him up after basically saying he'll come after his title too.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with Wardlow. I'm gonna go with Wardlow, and I'm gonna go with Sammy.
I'm gonna go with Sam because fuck that guy.
I mean, you ain't wrong.
The thumb to the middle.
Chris G.
What
Paying
happened? My
attention.
bad.
I was like, I thought he fell asleep. That's why.
I thought, well, yeah, he pulling to me.
Nah, I got caught up reading some shit. My bad.
3, 2, 1. It's unanimous. I don't know where the vote goes or how to do that shit.
No, Romeo's he has the tallies. He has the tallies, but I don't know.
Well, it doesn't matter what y'all think. We gave it a thumbs up, so it's a thumbs up. I know that part. That's how you do that. Yes. Yes, I am. That's
You and
on
me
cloud
both.
20, not cloud 9. Yes,
You and
yes,
me
I
both.
am. Chris, you're better at doing the outro stuff. Can you do this?
Josh, where can we find you at?
Seriously, you couldn't say that, Ness?
No, like he starts plugging the stuff, doing all. I only do this when I have to, man. I tell you guys this all the time.
Nah, I mean you can find me at JamPunk321, Twitter and Instagram. You can find me every Monday night, Rated Raw Superstars, and then every Wednesday here, Elite Heat. But then also on Instagram, you guys can check out my new artwork. I did Bianca Belair. I'm meeting her on Saturday, so I look forward to that.
So that was dope too.
Ness, where can we find you at?
You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, skinny__Kravitz, right here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel every Tuesday. NX3, myself, Chris G, Romeo, we go live watching NXT every Thursday. Myself and Chris G, we go live watching Impact Wrestling on Blunt Impact. Number 99 episode tomorrow night. On the road to 100 blunts. Catch me on Elite Heat, the Good Brothers, and anywhere else pop up.
Oh yeah, and you can find me at True Heel Chris G on Twitter and Instagram, and of course every Tuesday and Thursday here on the True Heel Heat Wrestling YouTube channel. NX3 on Tuesdays, Blunt Impact Thursdays, like Ness said, and then you can catch me on True Heel Heat Sports channel, the YouTube channel over there. NBA talk, wrestling, not wrestling talk, football, watch alongs, UFC, all that good shit. Follow True Heel Heat at True Heel Heat, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're everywhere. And subscribe to the patreon.com/True Heel Heat. $3 a month. Become a backer. You get exclusive content. We're bringing a lot of new stuff to the channel. I don't know if we're supposed to talk about any of it yet, so I'm not going to disclose any information. But
No, I said it in the opening.
Yeah,
I didn't say anything specific, but I just said, yeah, we're going to start bringing more content over there.
Yeah, we're gonna bring a lot more content, especially for me and Ness. So we're keep a lookout for that for sure. ProWrestlingTees.com/True Heels. Get yourself some merch. Become a True Heel. And Twitch.tv/True Heel Heat Wrestling. Catch me or Top Guy, JJ, streaming, playing video games. I'm kind of tired tonight, so I don't know if I'm going to plug in because my little studio still isn't set up. Once I get a monitor, then I'll have no excuse because I just have to turn a button on and then play. So today is we'll see how we feel. We'll see how we feel. But keep an eye out. We usually pop up randomly, play some video games. And that'll be it for this episode of Elite Heat. This was Elite Heat number 25. Wait, where's the shit? How do you do this?
Oh, the graphic.
Yeah, how do you get it? I got it. I think I got it. Wait.
Like
There
me
we
trying
go.
to find the trumpet.
There you
I
go.
found it. For the 3-time baby making champion Ness, aka Skinny Kravitz, and for JM Punk 321, our good boy Josh. And I am the 2-time baby making champion, Chris G, with my co-host, Mary Jane. We will see you guys tomorrow for Blunt Impact, maybe tonight for Twitch. Either way, smoke responsibly.
Yo,
Fuck Sammy
DJ.
Guevara.
Yo, DJ Eric, do me a favor. Stop kissing ass.
Yeah. Nobody likes an ass kisser. You kiss your mother with that mouth.